So I just finished an hour of legs and an hour of cardio. And I know I need some protein, but I could really go for some ice cream instead.
Hey, Ren Dog, just make some protein ice cream.
I could have both? But how?
All right, so first things first, measure everything. Always measure everything, right? So we got roughly a half cup of egg whites here going in. Not quite a full rounded scoop of the Optimum Nutrition Gold Standard Whey. This is just the best protein powder out there, guys, period. Go ahead and buy it. Using vanilla, but again, not quite a full scoop. Make things a little bit more flavorful here. These are 0 calories, right? Vanilla extract that I am clearly having difficulty opening. Just go ahead and throw in a splash of that. We're not going to measure that out, but tiny, tiny amount. Peanut butter next. All right, like I said, measure everything. This is the only way to truly know how many calories you're consuming. All right, go ahead and grab your rubber spatula, make it a little bit easier. Get that off that spoon there, into the bowl. And here's the other thing that's great. You don't really get a chance to do this much when you're bodybuilding, but I already weighed it out. I get to lick the spoon. And do that off camera though. All right, go ahead and add some ice. Get that blended up. You're gonna kind of add ice to your own personal preference. This is going to make the ice cream either thicker, thinner, a little bit more watered down, a little bit less, right? Totally dependent on what kind of texture and consistency you are looking for. So go ahead and play around with it a little bit. If you're not liking how thin it is, dump a little bit more ice in there. It's going to thicken up a tiny bit, not a whole lot. But go ahead, as you can see here, for me, a little bit too thin while it's blending, and just top it off with a little bit more ice. No big deal. Let that work its way in there a little bit. Shake it around, do what you got to do, get things blending up. By the way, it's a beautiful morning. I don't know if you can hear this background noise that I'm enjoying, but get outside, folks, even though it's 1,000,000 degrees. It's good for you. All right, so we're gonna get that going again. Now this one's a pretty quick, easy meal to make, right? Not taking a ton of time. Now here's the secret, xanthan gum. This is gonna give you that actual more so ice cream texture and consistency, because what it does is bind all the ingredients together. You see what a minuscule, tiny amount I'm using, right? Not even like a quarter of a teaspoon, right? Pinch a tiny little bit in there, not a ton. Let that do its thing. As you can see, it is 100% thickening up. I grabbed a bowl that I put in the freezer earlier that day because I'm fancy like that. Plop it all in there. God, look at that. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Let's go ahead and wait for that first bite. First bite's always the best bite, except for the last bite, which is actually the best bite. All right, moment of truth here, folks. As you can see the consistency, that xanthan gum helps hold everything together. Phew. I'd kill for another bowl of this right now.
All right, folks, there you have it. If you're like me and you can't afford one of these fancy Ninja ice cream makers that everyone loves to use, dear Santa, this is a good option. Is it Jenny's? Is it Ben & Jerry's? No. Does it taste good? Absolutely. Gonna upload the macros that are involved in this. If you really want to take it over the edge, get yourself a caramel rice cake, 50 calories each. Break it up into pieces, throw it in there as a mixer, scoop it out, eat it like that. I may do a little bit of both. Let the suffering continue.